The time is just gone, 8:40 a.m. as we continue with the broadcast on this Friday morning. Now, in 2 weeks from now, the Olympic Games will begin in Paris. This will obviously bring a lot of excitement right across the entire world, with millions of people glued from all over the world to their television screens, watching athletes draped in the colors of their national flags, competing to be the best. And while all of this is playing out, Palestinians will continue trying to survive Israel's genocidal war in Gaza. And again, when one looks at the difference in this world, where the world will again not be able to see the suffering of the people of Palestine while they celebrate an event like the Olympic Games. But also at the same time, when one looks at what is happening in Palestine, millions of Palestinian children that have been maimed, they've been orphaned, they've been displaced, they've been traumatized by Israeli aggression. And the very same Israel, there are calls to ban apartheid Israel from Paris 2024 Olympics. We've seen it happen with the case of Russia and Ukraine. And again, the hypocrisy of the entire world when it comes to being selective as to who should be included, who should participate, and who shouldn't. And this is the reason why we are talking with religious and scholarship teacher. We're talking with Hafiz Sadiq Saeed. Hafiz Sadiq, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jummah Mubarak to you and welcome.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to Brother Idayat Wadi and to all your listeners around the globe.
Yes, Hafiz Saeed, 2 weeks from the Olympic Games in Paris. And there are calls now to ban apartheid Israel from the Summer Olympics. And this is important because, again, we see an entire world that has been very, very selective. We've seen it in the past where we've seen Russia being banned from all sports across the entire world because of its invasion of Ukraine. And yet Israel, the massacres continue on a day-to-day basis, close on to well over 280 days of relentless, non-stop aggression. And this is why the score must be even stronger to ban apartheid Israel from the Olympics.
Brother Wadi, you have alluded to many points in your introduction, and I concur with it. As a Palestinian solidarity group, Palestinian solidarity movements around the globe, they all are calling for a boycott of not only the Olympics, but other products like Coca-Cola and things like that. Now, if you look at it, for the first time in the history of humanity in the 21st century, we are seeing in real time a genocide that is taking place in Gaza. And our global leaders, especially in Europe and America, are quiet about it, number one. Number two, if you look at South Africa, during the repressive years, what brought about the change? What brought about people to think that, something needs to be done and apartheid needs to be dismantled? And it was the BDS movement, the boycotts, the sanctions. These were the things that helped us to get the freedoms that we've got at the moment. So that is why with the Olympics that are coming about in 2 weeks' time, all of us should rally every corner of the world, of the globe. Everyone should stand up. Conscious-driven people should stand up and make a call to boycott Israel from the Olympics. It's a world organization, and if they cannot see what's happening in Gaza, the genocide, then definitely there's something wrong.
Well, definitely. And also, I think I've been reading a number of articles in the build-up to the Olympics, and some have actually been saying that this Olympics is going to be like no other, where Palestine will be featuring a lot more prominently. And this is also coming through from individual athletes that are going to be participating, that will make sure that Palestine will be showcased at the Olympics. So this is going to be quite interesting, where on the one hand, we are talking about banning Israel, but also at the same time to promote the Palestinian cause and to highlight the Palestinian suffering at an event like this.
Yes, you are absolutely correct. The Palestinian struggle for freedom, the Palestinian struggle for liberation at every given time must be highlighted. whether it's a global event, whether it's a local event, whether it's a national event, it has to be highlighted because the crimes are so huge. The genocide that we are seeing, the suffering, the killing of babies, innocent children. Imagine bombing hospitals, imagine bombing schools, and then the global community is saying that Israel has the right to defend itself. What right does Israel have to defend itself? What about the Palestinian rights to freedom? So we need to use events like this where the global community's focus will be on the Olympics. So we need to use events like this and bring about their suffering, highlight their suffering, and let's we use it to bring about their freedom.
Definitely, I would say it. And also, just looking at it from your side now, obviously, this call to ban Israel, the campaign from a South African perspective. What are some of your thoughts? What are some of the what is some of the plans that are possibly in place to make sure that as we head closer to the Olympics, this call grows actually stronger and stronger.
Well, you see here in KwaZulu Natal, the Palestinian Solidarity Forum in Durban, the Palestinian Solidarity Group in Pietermaritzburg are having weekly programs to highlight the suffering of the Palestinians. And if every town, every city, every community around South Africa, we can use our struggle credentials and go out into the streets, even just to give a leaflet, even just to write a statement, even just to make a statement, all this eventually will add up and bring about the desired outcome that we all are desiring for, inshallah.
Well, inshallah, we certainly will have to say Jazakallah khairan so much for that. And I'm sure we will be talking a lot more from time to time as we get closer to the Olympics as well. And we definitely will keep a close eye on some of these developments. But for now, have yourself a wonderful Jummah and Jazakallah for your time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You too, inshallah. Jazakallah and salamu alaikum to everybody and Juma Mubarak to all your listeners. Wa alaikum salam.
Hafiz Sadiq Saeed with us this morning, and the Olympic Games just 2 weeks from now, starting on the 26th of July. So all eyes will be what is going to happen in Paris. We are going to go for a quick break. We come back, we'll be joined from the Fatwa Department of the Jamiatul Ulama KwaZulu-Natal, Mufti Muhammad Hamza Faruqi with our Jummah Nasiha.